You've got backup cameras, side mirrors that warn you when other cars are close. Technology is making cars safer, but does that mean we have safer roads? David Sampson is the president and CEO of the Property Casualty Insurers Association of America. David, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Mary.
Break it down. What's the correlation between safer cars and traffic accidents?
Well, clearly there is a lot of safety features that have been deployed on modern vehicles. You have crash avoidance systems and lane change warnings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that auto accident frequency is dropping. And as a matter of fact, it's exactly the opposite. We're seeing a dramatic increase in both the number of auto accidents and the severity of auto accidents that are on the road today. As a matter of fact, the National Safety Council reported an 8% increase in auto accident fatalities last year, which is the largest increase in auto accident fatalities in 50 years. So a very troubling trend line.
You just conducted a big survey. What did you find out?
Well, 70% of Americans think that all of the auto safety technology that we've talked about is leading to a fewer number of accidents, when in reality, that's not the case. Auto accident frequency is increasing. 85% of Americans think distracted driving contributes to accidents more than alcohol contributes to accidents. And 90% of Americans recognize and believe that distracted walking is also a factor in the number of auto accidents. So you have distracted drivers interfacing with distracted walkers, and that's really a recipe for disaster.
Are those the top dangers on the road right now?
Well, the human behavioral factors certainly are, top causes for concern. The distracted driving, people have open all kinds of apps on their smartphones that are ubiquitous around the country now. So the number one apps that people have open on their phones while they're driving include Google Maps, not particularly surprising, but number two is Pokemon Go. Has nothing to do with what people should be focused on when they're on the roads. And the number 10 top app that people have open on their phones while they're driving is Netflix. So those are troubling concerns. And then there are a range of other factors. So you've got more cars on the road. In major urban areas, you have really high levels of traffic congestion, an aging infrastructure, and all the construction. And all of those combined is a real recipe for increased auto accidents.
Obviously, we need to put down our phones. What else can we do to reduce accidents?
Don't become complacent. Don't rely just on all of the new safety features on the car to keep you out of trouble. Drivers have a responsibility to stay focused on the primary thing that they're doing while they're driving, and that is making sure they're aware of their surroundings and are keenly involved in the task of driving.
What can parents do to set a good example for their kids?
Put down the phone while you're driving. The kids that are in your car today are going to be the teen drivers tomorrow. And teen drivers, according to the AAA Foundation, are the most distracted drivers on the road. And we also know that auto accidents are the number one cause of teenage deaths. And so parents really need to set that great example for their kids before they're drivers if they expect them to be responsible drivers when they get their licenses.
And a website with additional recommendations and information?
PCIAA.net. We'll have all of this information and the stats that people can look at.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, Mary.
Mike.